Chris.
I'm Dave.
And this is Two Old Skeletons Talking.
Yes, it is. Can confirm. We are coming to you from the state of Washington.
Yeah, we're not really in Seattle. Today we are westbound on I-90 and
From the pass.
Yeah, from Snoqualmie Pass. We just left Snoqualmie Pass, so we're inbound to Issaquah and thence to Seattle.
It was snowing at the pass and hailing.
It was sleeting on us.
Sleeting. It was sleeting on us.
Yeah. Say, Levy, what are you going to do?
Well, leave. That's what we're going to do.
That's true. That's true.
So, Chris.
Yeah.
What is the topic?
The topic for today is mothers.
You mean to say favorite goats that we've owned?
Wait, no.
I'm changing it because both of our mothers are dead, and I don't know that either of us want to talk about that. All right, we can, though.
Yeah, I've always kind of thought, so my mom's been dead for 16 years. She died when I was late 30s, but I've always figured that it must have been way tougher for you because your mom died when you were 21?
21. No, 20. I had not turned 21 yet. So, yeah, so I was 20.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. If you don't want to talk about it,
No, I mean, you know, you got to talk about it.
I just always thought it's kind of weird that we hang out together a lot, and we both had mothers who died, in the grand scheme of things, somewhat young.
Yeah, yes. My mom died of complications due to MS, and she had MS the entire time I was growing up, and pretty much through junior high school and high school, she was bedridden basically the entire time. And so it's not like it's a different situation from you. I barely had a functional mother most of my growing up. Functional as in a mother that cooks and is there and comes to see your plays and comes to do things like that.
Right.
So mostly we had a hospital patient that lived with us, you know.
Wow.
But you could still interact with her and, you know.
Well, yeah.
I'd bring home my girlfriends to meet her even though she was in bed. And so it was kind of with mixed feelings. You know, she was in so much pain most of her life. And when somebody's in chronic pain like that all the time, there's a little bit of relief when they finally go, you know, unless you're being totally selfish about the situation, right? But I mean, I think the circumstances under which she died, where I was up in Alaska, we've had a discussion about Alaska before. The last time we had talked to each other was Christmas time. So I was in Alaska. I didn't have a lot of money. My girlfriend had just dumped me, which was the reason I moved up there.
Right.
And my parents had tried to talk me into not moving up to Alaska. Some of my friends at Cornish were pissed at me for not returning. So basically part of it was pride, staying for that year. And not just making it look like I had failed and come home after a month, right?
Washed out of Alaska.
Yeah. So I decided, okay, I'm going to stay for the year. At that point, I had jobs. I had responsibilities. I had started working for the Light Opera and was running a show.
Right.
And so I couldn't just quit and come back. And so I told my mom I couldn't come back for Christmas. And she was upset about that because it was the first time, I had essentially the first time I was the first child to not return for Christmas.
Right. Because everybody else was still in town.
Yeah. My family did not really spread out. I was the only one to really leave. So, so she cried and was upset, and then that sort of pissed me off a little bit, just because, you know, the way you relate to your mom. You're like, come on, Mom. You know, I'm a man now. So that was the last conversation we had, and then I found out, like, late January that she had died. So, unfortunately, we did not have an opportunity to have a good ending to that relationship, you know.
No.
But,
no, and you've got... Yeah, I'm sure that carried some regret.
Wow. So I'm going to just turn it over to you now.
Well, let's see. So my mom got breast cancer, and I don't even remember when exactly she got it, because she was super stubborn, and she lived a lot longer than she probably should have. So, God, was I in my 20s? Late 20s, early 30s, when she actually got cancer, and she had full mastectomy and radiation and chemo.
Was that her first bout of cancer ever, or did she have
that
it
was
before
her first bout.
Okay.
That was her first bout. And they went after it aggressively, and she came out the other side of it and was good for a while. And then, of course,
It had spread.
yeah,
Before
it came back, and then it was bone cancer. And here's the thing, I had not ever known what hospice actually was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just thought that hospice was something that happens when people are being cared for in their home, and no, hospice is
Giving up, essentially.
yeah, hospice is all right, we're not going to do any more treating. Now it's just about making people comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, that's jumping ahead.
Yeah.
But at the point when my mom's cancer first came back, Ma and I are still in Boston, and we had always kind of had a game plan for when we were going to start having kids and moving back. But it was real easy to live in Boston. Our professional lives were thriving, and we were making a lot of money. We were living in our first house, which we had bought. So it was easy to stay there, even though we knew that sometime in the diaphanous future we wanted to move back to Seattle, be near family. But then my mom's cancer came back, and we were like, you know what, we might want to get on this.
Yeah.
And so we had Shay, and we moved home. And the best thing was, while we were having the house rebuilt in Seattle, we just lived with my folks. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember going down to visit.
Right.
You know, and
Yeah, we lived there for a year, which was very helpful for Maya, because she had a lot of help.
yeah.
And Shay remembers my mom.
Yeah.
Then, like, 3 years later, we had Isla. And my mom held on for it. Like I say, she was super stubborn.
Yeah.
Isla was born in February, and Mom died in April.
Yeah. That's the thing that makes me sad, is that my mom never got a chance to meet any of her grandkids, really.
Right.
Never got a chance to meet Allie. Would have loved Allie. Just
Totally.
loved the heck out of her, you know.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. And just, yeah, it's just sort of shame. But, you know, I have to say, I'm not an overly religious person. I consider myself to be
Despite the fact we were both raised that way. Right?
probably
Weren't you?
because of the fact I was raised
Yeah,
that way.
yeah.
I mean, it's not uncommon for people raised Catholic to become lapsed Catholics.
Right.
You know, I mean, I think it depends on the religion that you're raised in. You know, but I mean, I count myself as a Buddhist now. Really,
I know.
and that's a tale for another time. But you know, I'm starting to believe more and more in reincarnation, and really just fundamentally believe that it's a real thing. I mean, that's sort of where my faith is leading me now, and some proof and evidence of that too. And so it's kind of comforting to know the people who study reincarnation from a scientific side, and there is a scientific study of it, people who do past life regressions
Right.
and stuff, say one of the common themes that comes up a lot, and Buddhists also believe this to a certain degree, is you create these bonded groups within these souls, right?
Yeah.
And you stay bonded through multiple lifetimes, right? So that soul that is your mother may come back as a niece or an aunt or somebody later, right?
Right.
But still, these lives overlap and they're connected with each other.
Yeah.
And could be your granddaughter, right? Can reconnect to you in other ways. You know,
Right.
that basically these sort of groups of souls all sort of stay bonded and connected as they recycle. And so to me, it gives me some comfort at thinking that, you know, maybe my mom's soul is in Peter, you know?
Right.
Or, yeah, so.
I don't know.
All right, well, I don't know what else to say about this.
Yeah. No, that's pretty much it for moms, but just seemed like they didn't last very long in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. My whole mom's family is all wiped out. There's nobody left, you know? I mean, they were not durable stock, you know?
Yeah.
So they all died young and, you know, but...
All right. Well,
All right.
So that's moms.
All right, there you go.
Later.
All right.
Sorry about that.
About what?
I didn't realize I'd get so emotional.
Oh, that's all right. Well, and that's why I didn't want to talk about it, because I wasn't sure if I was going to or not. you
Yeah.
know, so.